I feel bad because if I was at that funeral, I would think the sister was tripping. You know, I would think that she was just taking it really, really bad for her to be like, no, open it up. She needs to get out. That's one of those things that's just like, I'm sorry, Mary. She gone. She gone, Essie.
Well, she said she wanted to see her one last time. She accepted that she was dead. She just wanted to see her one last time before they start throwing the dirt on her.
That's creepy.
What up, guys? I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
And this is another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary.
Hey.
We back, man.
What it do, Scary Squad?
What's up with y'all, man? Appreciate y'all pulling up again, man. We got a lot of cool stories to talk about today. Let me look at this docket real quick. The hippie got together for us. What we looking like today?
Mom ends hostage situation.
Oh, all right.
Double child support. Nutmeg is toxic.
I just saw that one. Yeah, I think I just sent that one to her. A 1920s all-girl gang, too.
Yeah, that's...
Okay.
Yeah, that's
This is some total badasses, I can tell right there.
Oh, this is nuts.
Oh yeah, we got a good old little show today, man. What's going on with you, man? This is three weeks after. Like, what's new, man? How was Vancouver?
3 weeks after.
The first one?
In the future. Vancouver was dope, man. You know, I went out there. I ate food. You know what I'm saying? I saw some sights. Stanley Park, Suspension Bridge, poutine. All the stuff I'm probably going to do.
Yeah. Have you had poutine before?
Yeah.
How you like it?
I like it a lot. I was actually, my first time in Canada, I didn't want to have it because the term cheese curd is disgusting to me.
It sounds like cheese turd.
Is that why? That might be why it sounds gross.
Kind of turdy.
I don't know. It's like the curd part is just, it's a lot. But mean, it's really good. And it's different everywhere too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. They got a couple places here that try to do it, and it's just not. It's not as authentic as it is up there.
You can't do it like nachos. I feel like a lot of people just, you know how nachos they put like the bare minimum of cheese on top.
Yeah.
It doesn't work well with gravy because at some point you're just eating regular mid fries.
Yeah,
because it's never amazing fries with the gravy.
Toronto was the first place that I actually had. The Taco Bell fries, like years before they came to the States.
What's the Taco Bell?
You know, Taco Bell has the nacho fries, the fries. Like, they got fries. Taco Bell has, like, the fries
like
are fire.
Still?
Yeah.
Or just out there?
No, they got them here. These fries right here. You haven't had those fries yet?
No.
Are you fucking serious? Are you serious right
Are
now?
they potatoes or cheese?
No, they're potatoes. They're good as shit. You haven't had these?
Oh, you just dip them in cheese.
You know what? I'm finna order some Taco Bell. I'm finna order some Taco Bell so you can have these fries. And I heard they just got chicken nuggets too.
Yeah, I ordered some
either
last
one of
night
them.
and fell asleep before it got there.
Oh, you wild as hell. You wild.
I hate that. No, because I went to a concert and I drank for the first time in a minute, and it hit me all at once.
Oof.
And I wasn't like fucked up, but my body wasn't used to it. So I fell asleep immediately when I got back, and there was just Taco Bell at my door when I woke up.
Oh my God.
The nuggets are good though.
Yeah, the last thing you want to pull them up. Okay. Yeah, that let me see it. Let me see if I can pull this up.
Taco Bell and Del Taco are like my late night favorites.
That's crazy because they are two completely different companies. Like, I don't
yeah,
even
but
put...
it's the same vibe.
Nah, really. Taco Bell is just completely not Mexican food. And
Sure.
Del Taco is like Tex-Mex.
Del Taco serves burgers, so
That's why it's
wouldn't
Tex-Mex.
even-
It's like some shit that you get in Texas. It's like you can get everything here. Yeah, we're Mexican. We're Mexican. It's like that.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like
Okay.
Tex-Mex. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got guacamole.
I mean, that's how good tacos is. Like, there's an American version, there's a Mexican version, and there's a black version. I feel like I didn't know that all black people made tacos wrong and similar until I was grown. But, like, trying to explain a black taco to a Mexican is... you sound crazy. You'd be like, yeah, the lettuce and the tomato and the sour cream. And they're like,
Bro.
yo, what?
I thought Taco Bell was the pinnacle of Mexican
In
cuisine
St. Louis?
when I came from St. Louis.
You were far away from it.
I was so blown away the first time I went to a taco truck. And
You're like, where is everything?
they gave me this small ass tortilla with 2 tablespoons of meat, no cheese, no sour cream. They gave me a bag of radishes.
Radishes.
And 2 limes.
And cilantro.
What the fuck am I going to do with these goddamn radishes? I still don't know what you do with the radishes.
I think it's a palate cleanser. I don't think you put it on the... Well, I don't know. I always thought it was a palate cleanser because they also be giving you like carrots and shit that's obviously not supposed to go on the taco. But I don't know if there's any like authentic Mexicans watching. Please let us know. When do you eat the radish? I thought it was like you took a shot of it in between tacos. But the main things that people who come to LA, they're hit by that. What you just said, the size of the tacos is like. You get 3 tacos from Taco Bell, that's a meal. You get 3 street tacos, it's an appetizer.
Yeah.
And then the
size is going to be completely different.
I think American tacos are like Taco Bell that has all this stuff, and then black tacos is that same thing, but with like way more grease.
Yo, yeah.
Like you
that
need
grease
the orange
ain't in your
shit
hand
dripping out.
resting when you go to bite your taco. You ain't make that shit right.
The tortilla has way more grease, and the meat has way more
Black
grease.
people don't be draining the meat after you cook it. You supposed to drain that excess meat juice off of that goddamn ground burger after you didn't cook. Yeah. Yeah, you supposed to drain that a little bit. Now you can, when you add your sauce, your seasoning packet, you add a little water to it, but that's so that it spreads and it's also like it's not just clumped up sodium that you taking down. But you're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to drain the oil because that's oil. You drain the oil off the meat and then you add a little water when you add the sauce packet. But people leave that oil in there and that's where you get that little that transmission fluid in your hand when you eat.
It's like that Laurie's colored grease. Do you think that soul food is better than Mexican food?
I just saw this clip the other day. Smino was like, he's like, yo, I know I'm from St. Louis, the Midwest, like South shit. It's like, be honest with you, that soul food ain't been hitting like it used to. Like, I ain't gonna hold you.
Agree.
I like certain things from soul food. Like the mac and cheese will always be a go-to for me. I can't eat it right now, but I love mac and cheese. I love oxtails, but that's not really soul food. That's more Caribbean. We just like sort of taking it. I love some good black-eyed peas, but I only have to have that more than once a year.
It's become a holiday thing.
It's too heavy to do ritually every Sunday.
And that's not even like being healthy.
Yeah, it's just like if you want to be productive. Like for the rest of the day, or you got something to do at night, man, I wish I would have a soul food plate and then try to go host a show. What?
I just never opt into ordering soul food. It's as of now, it's like maybe Easter, maybe New Year's, depending on what I'm doing. But it's really just Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah. It's too much, man. It's Mexican food, I ain't gonna hold you. That shit be slapping. You got so many options. You tacos, quesadillas.
It's
you got
so
tortas,
much better.
You got birria. You got pollo. You got corn asada. You got so much shit to choose. And it's grilled. It don't all have to be deep fried. Like soul food, they be deep frying everything. That chicken just came out the grease. It's like double deep fried. I want mine fried hard. Bitch, your corner is gonna be fried hard. Your arteries are just destroyed right now.
I mean, I'm sure there's black people who eat soul food all the time, but I don't know. I feel like if you said some shit like that on Twitter, everybody would all of a sudden be like on you. But
yeah,
I don't know. Sure. I think Mexican food got it.
Man, Mexican food be slapping.
And I feel like ever since I've been like trying to eat better, Mediterranean food has just skyrocketed on the list.
Meg was so right early on All Deaf. Meg was always trying to order Mediterranean food for us on the shoot dates.
It's perfect because it has vegan options that are actually
it's got something for everybody, honestly, realistically, man.
That shit is I've never thought I would be such a fan of falafel. But it's so good.
It's so fucking Mediterranean food got me eating olives. Kalamata olives, I was not fucking with olives.
Are those the green ones?
Those are like the purple ones. They damn near look like cherries.
Kamala olives? Oh, do they have a pit in them?
They do, but you have to get them pitted.
I can't. Yeah, those are tough.
Yeah, I get them pitted like that jar right there with the red top. That's
you get the jar.
Yeah, what?
So what do you? Are you making Mediterranean food?
So I do like One of my favorite things to eat right now is this wild rice mix. I mix that with quinoa, and then I'll cook up some ground beef or ground turkey, and I'll season the ground turkey with just like cut herbs and seasoning. And so, depending on what I want to top it with, I can make it a Mexican dish with the wild rice and the quinoa and the ground beef.
With what sauce?
Yeah, I put some avocado on there. I could do some pico on there, and I could do a little like low fat or reduced fat sour cream, and now it's a Mexican dish. Or I can have that same meal with some Kalamata olives in there. I'll do some feta cheese on top, and I can do like a garlic aioli, and now it's a Mediterranean meal. So I got so many places I can go to with this one meal, and that's like my go-to dish that I always have like a bowl or two of that already ready in the house.
What makes rice wild?
I think it's just the type of grain, because some of it is like when it's bleached and stuff like that, then I think it's just the longer grain, brown rice.
It's a
the
specific
black
type,
rice, like
okay.
the jasmine rice, like that. So it's a mix of like brown and black jasmine rice, and I mix that with the quinoa. And the quinoa, like you can get like regular quinoa. I got some red quinoa, and it's like it's so crazy how easy it is to like make this shit. So I was like, man, I be fucking this shit up. I be fucking this shit.
I see why like that part of the world is just healthier.
Man,
Because
they
it's like
really be
everything
on. They
is
be
super
knowing.
simple and insanely fresh. Like I didn't really even bat an eye at Greek salads until I actually went to Greece, and I was because I didn't really even know what it was. It's like cucumbers and stuff, but I eat it all the time now.
It's so fresh,
And it just seems like people just take a bunch of fresh stuff and just just throw it together, but it's fucking amazing.
It is. Oh fuck! It ain't no fries here.
What?
They ain't got it at that.
Oh, you were really ordering Taco Bell?
Yeah, I was getting it for us, bro.
No, I mean I was gonna take your word for it. You're doing so well with this diet.
One thing wouldn't send me over the edge, but
You were gonna be found in an alley shooting Taco Bell fries into your system.
Hey, this is a syringe filled with the nacho seasoning and the fries. Had a fry hanging out my mouth. I almost did it. Said I was gonna take
I can't live without it.
I was gonna take your word for it.
I'm trying to figure out this cheat day thing because I feel like I'm eating better and working out all the time, but I still want all that stuff.
Yeah. So it shouldn't be a cheat day. It should be a cheat meal.
Well, yeah, same thing.
Yeah. No, not the same thing.
No, I mean that's what I was talking about.
Okay, yeah. Some people like, cheat day. For breakfast, I'm having Dairy Queen.
That doesn't work.
For lunch, I'm having all you can eat pizza. And dinner, I take it easy with Golden Corral. Nah, one meal, one cheat meal is the most I do, and then I will make up for it like crazy. I will when I go hiking now. I run to Griffith Park and then I hike up to the observatory.
Oh shit, that's a good
hike.
And
then I circle back and then I take the long way home when I'm going back home. But I had to start using that goddamn knee brace thing.
Oh shit!
The sleeve on it, like because just going down and hitting the pavement like that shit, like it's definitely had my legs swollen around that knee part right there.
That's why I can't run. I got shin splints once, and I was like,
just once?
Just once.
Yeah, you really wasn't outside, huh?
Well, I was running on concrete, and I was like, I will never experience this pain again. That's crazy.
It is.
So that I switched to
is. If you've only played in the gym and then you go outside or vice versa, it'll definitely hit you like that. So yeah,
absolutely. Well, the gym I have, it's like has a track on it.
Oh yeah, you talking about your little fancy ass gym right there?
But
I said you told me about your little fancy ass gym.
Yeah,
some dope ass classes. I think to say
It's honestly the fanciest thing I do. Really.
Hey, like now that you started taking care of yourself, like it makes it easier to make better decisions in other areas of your life. You feel that?
Yeah, I mean, the gym used to be like a thing that's like, I gotta do it. But now it's like, especially it used to be just shoot days. Like on shoot days, I would have to go to the gym because it kind of like put you in that mode and you were better on set. And then I was just like, why wouldn't I do that for every day?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that changing the mindset of it, like I really enjoy it now as opposed to it being something that I have to do.
Bro, it's crazy. Farron calls it my enlightening period right now. I've been going through so much change in my personal life. just the way I'm approaching things and seeing things, and like I'm having that moment before I make a decision on what I'm going to do or what I'm going to say. And that's where the wherewithal comes in to make a better choice or to make a healthier choice or whatever it is. But it's like across every area of my life, and it's so amazing, but it's also like, damn, I've been fucking up. Just doing things wrong. And even with therapy, like the way I communicate is so much different now.
Hey, what's up, guys? DIYS is sponsored by BetterHelp, and with it being Mental Health Awareness Month, I just want to drop a couple things right on your lap real quick, if you allow me to. You understand me? First of all, mental health awareness is growing, right? But there's still progress to be made. In a recent survey, 26% of Americans who participated in it said that they have avoided seeking mental health support due to fear of judgment. And I just got to be said. I mean, I just got to be real and say that saddens me. It's not surprising. I'm glad that that the number is that low, but it's still sad because, man, we all need help. Like, no man is an island, no person is self-made. We all need help. I feel like as an adult, I've just spent my adult lives undoing the trauma that my parents caused. And if you're feeling any way similar to that, then I just want to encourage you to don't worry about that judgment. People gonna always have something to say. When I was fat, they called me fat. I lost weight, now they say I'm too skinny. People always gonna have something to say. So don't worry about that. You have to prioritize yourself and your own mental health wellness. It is so imperative. People who hesitate to get help don't just affect them, okay? They affect their family members, they affect their children, they affect their friends, they affect their co-workers. It only behooves you to worry about yourself, to help yourself, okay? This Mental Health Awareness Month, let's encourage everyone to take care of their well-being and break the stigma. The world is a better help, and people are healthier and happy when they take care of their mental health. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first started with therapy, it was not the best. I did traditional therapy, going into this therapist's office, and I just wasn't clicking with her after 3 times. I had to find another therapist. That took another 6 months. BetterHelp lets you change, and they get you with someone immediately, and you can change as many times as you need to, free of charge. I actually had a therapist one time who just kept saying, "You know what I'm saying." And it might be small, but I couldn't focus on it. Everything you said, you know what I'm saying, right after, you know what I'm saying? And have you tried reading the 5 love languages? You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Switched immediately, got another therapist immediately. And it's okay. Nothing was wrong with that person. It just wasn't a good match. And that's okay. Be okay with speaking up for yourself and saying what is not okay. That is one of the first steps for me. It was for me with my mental health. Is learning I am enough to advocate for. All right. BetterHelp has over 10 years experience of matching people with the right therapist from that diverse network of more than 30,000 licensed therapists with a wide range of specialties. All right. BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient and serving over 5 million people worldwide, and you get to easily switch therapists anytime with what? No cost to you. So let's get started today. Let's do it. Let's just pull that band-aid off. We're not worried about the stigma. We ain't worried about people talking about we ain't judged. We ain't worried about that. We worried about being the best version of ourselves that we can be. So visit betterhelp.com/DIYS to get 10% off your first month. All right. We're all better with help. Again, visit betterhelp.com/DIYS to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/DIYS.
Like me and Farron having a conversation that we would have had 2 years ago could have like brought so much tension to the house and so much division. But now it's like we talk it out in like 20, 30 minutes and everybody leaves away from the conversation in good energy. And it's all from like,
That's dope.
changing my perspective of how communication affects people. Like I didn't see positive examples of good communication, effective or healthy communication growing up. And because of that, I associated communication with conflict. And so if me and Farron got into a serious conversation, I would shut down most times to avoid what I saw growing up, which was domestic abuse.
Right.
And so because I saw that and that trauma affected me up until my adult years, up until like the last couple of years, I did not know how to have a conversation that potentially could get heated, or there's a very strong difference of opinion, of views, without being anxious and
Because you
nervous that
assumed it
this
just
is-
came with that automatically.
Yeah, and
It's crazy. Like everybody says communication is key, and you hear it so much that it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
But then when you meet a really good communicator, you're like, oh shit, that's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's an insane skill to have.
And it's crazy because it's something that I feared for so long, and something like therapy that helped me get to this point, but also just like having the right people in place. Is it making me a better communicator, I feel like, has made me a better partner, husband, dad, and friend. But now I also see like friend, like, you got a lot of people you call friends. She was like, you should friend with everybody? And at first I was like, you just hating because you ain't got no friend. Lonely ass nigga. Thirst hands. You ain't got nobody remember your birthday? But now that I'm a better friend and I'm taking more time to invest in my friends' well-being and how they're doing and what's going on in their lives, it's like, damn, no, I ain't got enough time to have 30 friends. So I see why people be having like a small group of friends. It's like if you're really invested in your friends,
I feel that, yeah.
and you're really invested in their well-being, and when they're going through something, you try to not necessarily lighten the load, but let them know that you're there for them. Like the investment that requires is a lot. And there's no way possible you can have 1,000 people you call your bestie and shit like that and be being a bestie to all of them. So it just helped me a lot, man. And I'm just seeing the progress. I'm proud of myself. And
That's interesting.
I don't say that a lot to myself, so I'm saying it to myself. Hey, man, thank you, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think a crazy thing that you said earlier is like when you go through a positive change, I didn't know that like once you realize like, oh, this is what I should be doing, you start really beating yourself up for not doing it earlier. When it becomes obvious to you, instead of just being thankful that like, oh, this is so obvious to me now, and it's like your immediate thought is like, well, if I did this, if I thought like this a year ago or like 5 years ago, you just really start whooping your own ass for not being on that earlier.
Yeah.
And that's just like, it's just such a weird headspace to be in because it's like you're doing the right thing. Now you're just worried about when you weren't.
We're always our own worst critic, but also it's like we're so critical of. I think you get to a certain point when you realize the heightened sense of more days behind you than in front of you. Or you get to that point where it's like it's kind of half and half.
Right.
And like you start thinking about when you do make these new discoveries and these life changes, you're like, damn, I could have been doing this for this long, because now you realize how real death is, right? Your mortality kicks in. You're like, damn, like I remember me and Farron were doing these conversation cards, and the card asks, what's something that you've accepted about your partner that they'll never change or you'll never get? And this shit hurt my fucking heart. I'm gonna try my best not to cry.
She got the card?
I got the card, and I asked her, I was like, what's something that you accepted about your partner that you'll never get from them? And she said that you will hold my hand when I'm in public.
Won't?
Yeah, that you will ever hold my hand while we're in public.
Why do you think that is?
Because I didn't hold her hand.
No. Why do you think you don't like doing that?
Well,
Or did
knew
you
what
even
it was.
know?
I knew what it was. I when I'm in public with her or the kid or her and the kid, I typically walk in front of them to block people from running up on us with cameras out and shit, like, because I signed up for their life, but they didn't necessarily. Farron more so now, but when they first moved out here, like, it was my way of like being a protection, a shield, a blockade before somebody walks up. And if I'm held hand in hand with her, you know what I'm saying, they can just, like, I just don't like people running up on me like that. And then also, like, I always felt like I was looking sweet when I'm walking with my hand in hand, right?
So
like I look like an easy target.
You wouldn't do that even before you were in a place where people would run up on you with cameras?
No, before I moved out here, I was more inclined to do it. And before I got married, I was more inclined to do it. But when we got married and I felt responsible for her life and her safety, I started enacting that, like, oh, y'all walk a little bit behind me, just in case. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of shit. And because for me, that's what love looked like. That's another thing I'm just not getting, like, me and Farron got married on good vibes, nigga. We didn't even know each other for real. And I realized that, like, recently, we both came to that conclusion because, like, she moved out here June, proposed July 27th, married March 17th. We weren't together a year before she moved out here, before we were married.
How long were y'all together before she moved?
4 months. 6 months.
Oh, y'all got together and married within a year.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like officially together. Like we dated in college and we had years of experience, but I went back home to do some contract work for my sister. And I went looking for Farron. I found her like January 8th. We spent every day together until I came back out here in April to let my roommate know that I'm thinking about moving her out here. I moved from Hollywood to where I stayed, the first place in Glendale, in May. She moved out June 6th. I proposed July 27th. We were married March 17th.
Damn.
But we had known each other since 2005. So, like, there's,
Right.
there's, you know what I'm saying? There's something.
Yeah.
But we had never lived with each other prior to. We had never been in a relationship until February of that year. I asked her to be my girl on Valentine's Day. So we didn't know how one another responded in pressure situations, trauma situations. We didn't know saving habits. We didn't know spending habits. She didn't know. I didn't know how to relationship. I had only had one relationship before I got married, like relationship-wise, like boyfriend and girl. I had never been in somebody's boyfriend for real like that. I had never cohabitated with anybody before. So there were so many things that we didn't know. And
Jumped in head first.
I didn't know how she loved. She didn't know how I loved. She loves with prioritizing her partner, being there for them, even a schedule open, providing food, and, cleaning the house. I love by providing protection and providing a place to stay, providing vehicles and phone. And then I'd be like, oh, yeah, shit, yeah, I love you too. So, like,
It's like an afterthought.
it's always an afterthought because this is what I equate with love.
Right.
This is what all my uncles didn't do for their kids and their ladies. So I'm going to do this at least. And shit, man, we just realized, like, God damn, we really was out here, like, giving it our all, but going in two completely different directions. Totally misaligned because we didn't talk about, like, what showing up looks like for you and what I need for you to be valued and seen as showing up for me. We didn't have that conversation. We was just out here winging it, nigga.
So when you played that game, were you like, all right, for sure, I'm gonna start holding your hand, or did you just like accept that she accepted that?
Oh, no. I started holding her hand because I didn't realize something that small had that big of an impact on her.
Yeah.
So I immediately started doing it, but
You still
it
feel
just-
sweet?
I still I felt bad for all the years I denied her that unintentionally.
Were you just like, why did I feel sweet though?
Oh, no. So when I say I feel sweet, I feel like I felt sweet, like I look like a lick to people who might be around. Like, oh, look at
That's what I'm
Buddy.
saying.
Yeah.
So were you just like, damn, why did I even think that?
No, I know
Or do
why
you
I
still
thought
think
that.
that?
I know why I thought that. I thought that because I've seen people like, when you're with your partner, a lot of times the woman immediately, if she's with somebody she trusts, she ain't got no sirens going off. She ain't playing all three. We call it playing all three mirrors. Like she ain't looking, behind her and to the right and to the left and all of that. She's trusting you to lead. So you doing this like, yeah, man, and you're not checking your perimeter. You are not checking your six. And so I just feel like when you be with your lady and shit like that, you are more prone to be a target, more vulnerable. But at the same time, I just try not to be in situations where I have to think like that anymore. And also I realized that was a traumatic way of thinking based on the way I came up in my environment and moving out so early. And I still had walls up that I had never broken down, even after getting married, bro. Like, Farrah used to tell me, like, when I would be out and I, having a good night or something, saying, like, might pop something right there. And she'd be like, yeah, I don't think you should do that while you're out. And I'm like, why? I got it. And I just, like, take certain things when I'm out. Right? He's like, your mouth be doing this little weird thing. And I'm like, I got that. So I worked on getting better and not showing signs of being that versus just listening to her.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I'm thinking she trying to stop the fun. Meanwhile, she's like, I'm trying to protect you so you don't look crazy. So somebody don't get you in the picture doing this. So you not talking and spitting and slurring. She was trying to protect me, and I denied her that because I don't know if it was like the lack of trust in her to make a good decision for me or whatever the fuck it was. I didn't listen. And it's like, damn, you start these are all the things I'm thinking about. Like, God damn, I really was out here just like, just
willy-nilly.
Willy-dillying and dallying. But more dillying than dallying. And it was off course. You got to have as much dilly as you have dally. Okay?
I mean, nah, I get what you're saying. I think it's just about not switching, just turning it down. Because, it's crazy out there. You still have to have that in you that's like checking,
Yeah.
But, I feel like if that's all you're doing, you're just like, I'm not holding your hand. I gotta, keep us safe.
Yeah.
I gotta watch the 6.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know a lot of people who are completely unaware of their surroundings,
Yeah.
and that's way worse.
Yeah.
That is way worse.
And so I'm like, now I got a happy medium with it. And again, like we just don't, I'm not in even back then I wasn't in places where I had to worry about that. That was just my nature. Like just assuming the way, the same way you walk down the street and most guys see another guy if they're across the street, you immediately size them up. This person ain't said nothing to us, ain't done nothing. They ain't gave us no idea that they're a threat, any type of inkling. We just be like, I beat his ass, right? Even if we can't, we say
weird.
And if the person's super big, like Sam's like last week's guest, he sounded tall. I would hit Sam with a chair, but I'm still gonna win. In my mind, I'm not gonna lose.
It's funny
Sam.
when they're big. You're like, how would I do this?
Yeah.
It's not like
Can I get to my gun fast enough before he got 2 of them off? Because I could take 1. He got 2 of them off. That's gonna slow me down.
It's such a weird thing, but I feel like that's so instinctual because that's how animals are. It's like every time you see somebody, like you're like if it's like nighttime or something, and you're in a place where there's not a lot of people and you're about to pass somebody, it's like you almost have this thing where you look at each other, you're like, I'm not gonna do anything. You gonna do anything? Okay, like it's almost like that check that's like, I'm good. Don't worry. You good? All right, for sure.
That's definitely coyotes too. Coyotes, you catch a coyote by itself, he gonna run across the street, but he gonna stop. He gonna look at you like, you gonna keep?
You tripping?
You good?
I'm not tripping.
Okay, I wouldn't. Okay, and he gonna slowly. Then he get, but if they were 3 of them, they'd be like, what's up, my nigga? You all right?
I'm tripping.
You good? Because I mean,
it could be whatever.
It could be whatever, my boy. They definitely do that, man. Jeff, I would love to write a book, man. I would just need help. I need somebody to like just help me like focus the words and also just.
Isn't that how it's done? I don't even know if people are really just like chapter 1. It seems like they're talking to somebody who can. Yeah. And that's why a lot of people who drop books, there's 2 names on buy,
Yeah, I definitely would do it.
How's Kev doing it? Didn't he just drop a new book?
He did. Yeah. Falling face first on my failures or something like that. Learning from my failures or something like that.
I want to ask him that.
That motherfucker is a marketing genius, bro.
Because when the fuck did he do that? He's always doing something. He's like, by the way,
doing something. And then I got a book. And it's so, and it makes so much sense too. I was like, bro, Kev was putting out so much content when he was over in Italy. I almost blocked him and reported this page. I'm like, how's he having the time to do this, bro? Like, I know I've been battling depression, so I'll go 2-3 days without posting online. But I'd be like, bro, how are you in Italy creating content, celebrating your birthday, celebrating your wife, hanging out with Tab, catching flights, getting on ships, playing games, still on tour, and promoting the book?
Like, I have a book.
Hey, I'm gonna start telling people he a mutant. I got to spread some type of rumor. I got to
say
slow
he's
this
in
nigga
the
down.
Illuminati.
Yeah, I got to slow him and Tony down.
The devil, he worships the devil. That would be the craziest rumor for KevOnStage. Devil worship. Nah, he loves Jesus.
He loves Jesus. I love God. You don't love God? Man, what's wrong with you?
How come churchgoers don't get like? Well, I guess I just answered my own question. Churchgoers don't be getting Illuminati. Like, I've never heard like Frank Hammond.
That. Yeah, they rebuke
Frank Hammond is in the Illuminati.
Even if they do be with the fuck shit, like who was that was accused of going to a Diddy party? Was that the dark skinned one with the glasses? Yeah, took the picture of the thing. Was it Eddie?
I know who you're talking about.
It wasn't Eddie.
But they're like super churchy?
Yeah, he runs a big church.
And maybe that's the key. Maybe that's the key to Hollywood. If you have church in your brand, you don't get any Illuminati rumors.
TD Jakes. That's crazy. TD Jakes. That's what it was.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, he had some.
He had a couple of things floating around. Yeah.
Wild allegations. That kind of just blew over.
Yeah. He prayed about it.
TD Jakes. I mean, the shit I did here was pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Pretty crazy. All right, let's take a look at some of the topics we got for today, man.
We gotta do the nutmeg thing, cause
this was a crazy. Did you see this video yet?
No.
I sent it earlier today. Let's. All right, so can nutmeg kill you? Yes, it can. Some common side effects of a nutmeg poisoning include hallucinations, drowsiness, dizziness, dry mouth, confusion, seizure, which is rare, difficulties breathing, increased or irregular heart rate, stomach pains, and digestive issues. Myrishin
I got nothing.
is an extremely potent compound that's toxic in high doses. Nutmeg poisoning has been linked to organ failure and even death when combined with other drugs. According to case studies, just 2 teaspoons, which is 10 grams of nutmeg, is enough to cause toxicity. At 50 grams or more, the symptoms can become life-threatening. According to the studies, there were 32 cases of nutmeg poisoning between 2001 and 2011.
Damn.
Of the 17 cases of unintentional exposures, 10 people were under the age of 13. The TikTok nutmeg challenge is when a person consumes 2 teaspoons of ground nutmeg, mix it with water.
Just to poison
Experiences
yourself?
of TikTok users who tried the nutmeg challenge range from seeing walls melting. I thought it was gonna have something else. Don't do it. So I saw a video today. Is this it?
I don't even know what nutmeg is. Like, I don't know the taste of it. I don't know what it does to foods.
It's a nutty seasoning. Kind of gives it a nutty. They use it in the pies, like pecan pie or sweet potato pie. It can give you like that nut flavor. And basically, in the video that I saw, it was a doctor being interviewed by somebody, and the guy asked him, like, what's the craziest thing you see in the medical world that like people just don't know? He's like, people that choose to consume nutmeg knowing that it can kill you. And basically, he was basically saying if you have enough of it, like the 2 tablespoons of it or 10 milligrams, that it can cause, is it dysentery? Let me pull it up. I sent the video to our early today. I think this is.
It's crazy that they're saying
Here
2
it is.
teaspoons can
Crazy
kill you,
drug
and that's the
fact that
challenge.
blows you away. The fact that people put nutmeg on custard tarts, eat it as though there's nothing wrong with it, because nutmeg is actually a delirium, and if you have more than one, you are going to have suffer delirium, which is not a nice place to be, and it can be potentially fatal.
When you say more than one, what do you mean by that?
The nuts.
Right.
Right. So you put a little nutmeg on food.
Yeah.
Adds a bit of flavour.
Yeah.
But if you go too far, I mean, not, you know, what a normal person would not go too far with nutmeg, but if you actually made nutmeg tea with a couple of nutmegs, say, you're going to suffer dire consequences and possibly death.
I got taught that.
Can't you just buy nutmeg in like a shop? Yeah, you go for Sainsbury's and get yourself some nutmeg, but don't. Seriously, it's not a high. I mean, when I tell people about nutmeg, I'm always worried that they'll describe it as an hallucination or a psychedelic experience, which
People
makes
are
it
gonna
attractive.
Try to do
start
it.
doing it now. It's gonna be a challenge and shit like that. So
What?
But yeah, man, delirium. So,
Nutmeg is out here killing people.
yeah.
Man,
I mean, but I mean,
so
like
embarrassed.
it's very small numbers. Like you saw it said from like 2000 and
10 years, 30
Yeah.
people. That's a lot.
yeah,
Like
but I
that
mean,
might be top 5
2001 to 2011.
most embarrassing ways to go out.
Yeah, that would be crazy to be on the
I'd be lie.
on the obituary.
That
yeah,
happens to
Tell I
me,
got
lie.
robbed.
Tell him I got murdered horribly.
Yeah, I mean the fact that he said like it's not something that most common people would do would have that much, but it
I don't
is
even know what
possible.
it tastes like, so I don't even know how I would want more than what was asked for. I don't even know if I've ever like sprinkled it on anything. Is it a powder?
It's a season. You can, like I said, people put it on, like you said, tarts or sweets, like sweet potato pies, pecan pies, things of that. Like they generally those type of
Mostly desserts.
You've had it in the gingerbread cookies.
Oh, really?
Oh, they're
You use it a
autonomically
lot?
correct.
Yeah.
Is this a shock to you?
No.
Wait, is nutmeg what
You knew
gives it
this?
kind of like that spice, kind of like gingerbread?
Yeah.
Oh,
shit. Okay.
okay. No, I know exactly what it does then.
Damn,
And are you gonna stop using it?
No.
Why not?
you just have to use a healthy
We're
amount.
trying to help.
You just can't use a crazy
You
amount.
don't use 2 tablespoons. Use
Yeah.
like a half of a teaspoon.
Yeah, but you need that little snapback. That.
That's insane. I can't imagine.
I mean, it's the same thing with if you eat enough apple seeds, you can get cyanide poison. But ain't nobody going around
Apple
collecting apple.
seeds?
Yeah, man. If you keep those apple seeds and you eat enough of them, I mean, you have to consume a good amount of them to get it. But yes, you can get the cyanide poison from apple seeds. So.
Stop using nutmeg, you guys. This shit is crazy.
What's this double child support? God damn. What's going on right there, man?
Is it a double child or double support?
Boom. What up, people? It's your boy Tahir More. And when I tell you right now, the most important thing for me is getting my credit right so I can get everything I want. I want land, okay? I don't just want a house. I want land to build that house on. I want my own agriculture. I want my own animals. I want that. But I got to make sure that my credit isn't on point. And if you are like me, you might have done some wild things when you were in college. You got on that campus and there were companies there giving you credit card. I ain't look at that APR. And then like 10 years later, I was like, I should have looked at that APR. Okay, you missed 1 or 2 payments and things kind of go crazy. Here's the thing. If that's you, right? Let's say you had too much fun in college, or you just weren't paying attention when bills were getting paid, or whatever the case may be, then you need to check out Kickoff. Kickoff is one of the best ways to repair your credit, all right? Kickoff gives you a credit line just for credit building and reports to the 3 major credit bureaus, all right? And it also helps you quickly improve the key factors that determine your credit, which are: a new account immediately diversifies your credit mix, each on-time monthly kickoff payment builds payment history, and because your monthly payments are so small, your credit utilization gets healthier faster, all right? So whether you're trying to get that new house, or you're trying to get that land so you can get that new house, whether you're trying to get your dream car, or whether you're just trying to build your credit up, you at that big age where you're like, why am I walking around here with a 580? What's going on in my life with that? That's where it's at. Whatever the case is, here is your chance to take it to the next level, all right? If you've ever been denied a loan or car financing, if you were denied on a job or apartment application because they look at your credit. Jobs even look at your credit, okay? If you've grown up and you want to fix your credit on your own and get your financial health in the best shape possible, you need to check out Kickoff. Their most popular plan is the $5 a month plan, but they also have a premium plan, the most powerful, for $20 a month. Listen, you can go there and you can read all the information. I'm going to give you the key talking points, okay? It's time to get it together. Users with credit under 600 grew an average of 84 points in their first year, all right? Now, I have to stress this. That is with on-time payments, all right? Kickoff helps you score big when it comes to the credit. It's simple. You make on-time payments, credit bureaus see your good behavior, and your credit grows fast. You get to start building credit for as little as $1 a month. All right, AutoPay helps you build credit when you're asleep and never worry about missing payment. And I get it, that AutoPay is scary, right? But you're paying $5 on a monthly subscription Kickoff, and then you're just paying what you know is coming out of your account. Just make sure you got that there. It's easy to do. It really comes down to how bad do you want it? Huh? Do you want that 700? Do you want higher? Well, this is how you do it, okay? And I love the fact that you can sign up in minutes from your phone. There's no credit check and you can cancel anytime. Kickoff already has over 1 million users and hundreds of thousands of positive reviews. There's no reason why Kickoff isn't the #1 credit builder on the App Store. So if you're ready, that new house, that new apartment, that new job, or just to get your credit in the best possible shape and health possible, then start building credit with Kickoff today. You can get your first month for as little as $1. All right, that's 80% off the normal price when you go to getkickoff.com/DIYS today. That's Kickoff without the C. All right, it's getkickoff.com/DIYS. Must sign up via getkickoff.com/DIYS to activate offer. Offer applies to new Kickoff customers. First month only, subject to approval. Offer subject to change. Average first year credit score impact of plus 84 points. Vantage score 3.0 between January 2023 and January 2024 for Kickoff credit account users who started with a score below 600, who paid on time, who had no delinquencies or collections added to their credit profile during the period. Late payments may negatively impact your credit score. Individual results may vary.
Let's do it. Buried alive. Let's just kick it off. All right, in 1915, a woman was late to her sister's funeral. When she arrived, she demanded that her sister, I remember this one, sister be let out of the coffin so that she could see her one last time. And upon opening the coffin, the woman, who everyone had thought had passed away, sat up and smiled. She lived for another 47 years. We are talking about Essie Williams Dunbar. An American woman was mistakenly declared dead in 1915 and partially buried during her funeral when her sister arrived late and requested that the coffin be opened. The shocking revelation caused chaos, leading 3 preachers at the funeral to fall into the grave in surprise. In their frantic attempt to get out, 2 of them trampled the shortest preacher, leaving him with 3 broken ribs. Well, damn, that was extra information, but okay. All right.
I mean, even if you were like, the craziest thing is her smiling. Because you would think she'd be like, holy shit, what the hell is going on? Is this my funeral?
Right.
Like, the fact that she, like, smiled, like...
That's such a weird...
What the hell?
Specific thing to remember and put into this note, like, that she did that. Because, like, did she know? Did she hear them outside? And was she trying to get out? Was
Like
she knocking?
Right. Then if that was the case, why would she be smiling?
And
And then also, like, I feel bad because... if I was at that funeral, I would think the sister was tripping. You know, I would think that she was just taking it really, really bad for her to be like, no, open it up. She needs to get out. That's one of those things that's just like, I'm sorry, Mary. She gone. She gone, Essie.
Well, she said she wanted to see her one last time. She accepted that she was dead. She just wanted to see her one last time before they started throwing the dirt on her.
That's creepy.
Yeah, her sitting up, though, is like, ha ha.
So the person who found her, the person who made her up for the funeral, like all these people didn't see no signs of life. Because it's not like she was just like, her pulse was checking. She's like, oh my God, she's kind of alive. She said she sat up and smiled.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot what it's called, but there is...
You mean like when there's muscle convulsions and stuff? Or
Well, no, not just that. Like what the condition is when you people go into a coma, like sleep, and their heartbeat drops dramatically, and to the point where they're like you can't recognize a pulse. Let me see if it's a condition or
it's something like a state, right?
Yeah, state in which
Dead like.
heartbeat.
That's freaky. I know that was the most lit funeral ever.
Oh, they ate for sure. They ate and drank good as well.
Because usually the main thing that's killing the vibe is that somebody's dead. So that person not being dead anymore is like the rest of the day is amazing. You don't think you're gonna get a Uno reverse card at a funeral?
Man, you hear me?
Like, imagine eating at the reception with the nigga who you thought was dead. It's insane. You dressed up in all black and prayed and then ate with the nigga whose funeral it was. That's insane.
Declared dead.
But then somebody still got hurt though. Somebody left with
Man,
broken.
they trampled that man.
So you got 3 ribs broken, and the person who you were there for ain't dead.
Yeah.
That's
so
a bad day.
bradycardia is one of them. If you have
That's the
bradycardia,
state.
your heart beats fewer than 60 times a minute. Can be a serious problem if you have heart rhythm slow. And then the Lazarus phenomenal is another thing, and that's when the dead come back to life. So
Jesus.
yeah,
They need to interview her. I want to know if like she saw the gates or if she was just
well,
asleep.
she dead now. She dead.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, 47.
Oh, this
years
was in
after
1915.
Yeah, she dead as fuck right now.
I wonder if at the like the other like her real funeral, if everybody was like, all right, she's about to come back again. This is my second funeral I've been to for this person.
You know what I love about Cash App? Is I can get my money immediately. That comes to doing shows. That means if I'm doing podcasts or I have somebody on my show, I can send them money immediately. I don't want nobody waiting on payment from me, and I damn sure don't want to be waiting on payment for nobody for a job that I've already done. Give me my money now. I make it even more real for you, just for the people that don't do shows and go on podcasts and stuff. You ever been out to eat and everybody want a separate check, but then the restaurant tells you we can only split 2 cars. We're gonna do 2 cars. Well, now everybody can send the money to you. You put it in your card. Everybody gets what they pay for, what they got, and you get to keep the points. And Cash App makes that possible. Shout out to Cash App, man. You see, making money moves should be easy. And that's why Cash App is dope, all right? It's fast, it's safe, and honestly, it's just way more personal than other apps. Let's be honest with you. You get to send the little emojis, you get to spice it up, you get to tell where it's from. And I'm gonna tell you a little trick. If somebody texts me, I don't know who it is, I put that number in Cash App. I sure enough do. If it don't pop up in there, I know I don't know you, because all my homies got Cash App. Everybody that's in my phone got Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Because we make things happen. So for whatever reason, if you don't have Cash App, you've been living on a rock, you only had a jitterbug phone, whatever the reason, right? Go ahead and get that right now. All right, download it on your phone from the App Store, sign up, and use our code DIYS10 in your profile and send $5 to a friend, right? Within the first 14 days. That's all you gotta do. Send $5 to a friend within the first 14 days, and you'll get $10 just for getting started. Okay? You send a friend 5, you get 10 back. Nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is just giving you money for getting started and doing what you was gonna do anyway. Only Cash App is doing that. All right. For a limited time only, new Cash App users can use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real. There's no catch, there's no trick, there's no gimmick. All right. Just download the Cash App and sign up. Use our exclusive referral code DIYS10 in your profile. Send a friend $5 within the first 14 days, and you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply, and that's money. That's Cash App.
Fake abduction to go to a party that's an amazing that's an amazing one right there. All right. A man in Texas was abducted from his home in front of his wife by 2 masked men armed with guns. He returned home later, 2 days later, unharmed. It was later revealed that he had staged his kidnapping in order to go out and party with friends.
His wife was mean. You immediately want to judge him, but then I'm like, okay, why did he resort to this? Either the party he was going to, he knew it was going to be on some bullshit, like there's going to be some hoes there, or his wife can't be reasoned with. This was the last resort.
Rogelio.
Rogelio? I've never seen that name.
Never seen that name. I definitely. Okay, what's the last name there, Leah?
Andaverde.
Rogelio.
Some Spanish nigga.
Andaverde. 34 was at home with his wife when 2 men wearing masks and carrying guns entered at 10:30 p.m. They came in his house at 10:30. Oh, okay. All right. And took him with them. Maria Hernandez, his wife, called the authorities petrified after seeing her husband's abduction. Deputies said they looked for him for several hours, but the search was called off. 2 days later, he returned home and told his wife that he had been released by the captors. But a follow-up investigation showed that the abduction was staged for him to spend time with his friends at a party. We have people who file FICE reports all the time, and we put them in jail for it. Trevino told the San Antonio Express News, but I've never had someone do it just to get out of the house. I don't think his wife appreciated being kept until 4 or 5 in the morning, being interviewed by the cops while her husband was out doing who knows what with who knows who. He's going to have a lot of answering to do.
That's insane.
Yeah. That's crazy because we didn't even think about that part. The part that's like she was at the hospital, not the hospital, but at the police station. They're
That was the first
questioning
thing I thought
her.
of.
They're asking her all the stuff like, have you guys got into it lately? Does he owe anybody any money? Has anybody been calling the house? All of those questions.
And not only that, he came back 2 days later. He didn't even just get kidnapped for that night of partying. He had her scared for 2 days.
Yes.
Thinking that he was dead.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's super messed up. He could have at least came back at like 3 a.m. Then it's just a tough night.
Right, missing a shoe, kind of beaten up and stuff like that.
And you know the niggas who kidnapped him were at the party too. Those were the homies.
You imagine finding out that the cops know you lied and she's right there. They sit down, they're like,
I wonder how they found out.
we know you lied.
It
Maybe
must have been like
Trace's
a
phone.
photo.
Or Trace's phone. Maybe you finally got because sometimes it takes a couple days to get like the cell phone.
They're like,
release.
nigga, Dave and Buster's.
Right.
Your kidnappers took you to Dave and Buster's? Yeah, you know, they was hungry.
Oh man. That'll be crazy.
I don't think that A, the marriage can continue. But then B, it's like not everybody needs to be married. You should have just stayed single. If you needed to kidnap yourself, did it say he had kids? It doesn't say.
Yeah, I did say if he had kids or not.
Bro, just stay single.
All right, so I got the 2 child support thing. I'm gonna go back to that real quick. So, a judge in Brazil ordered identical twin brothers to pay maintenance to a child whose paternity remained inconclusive After a DNA test of their refusal to reveal who had fathered the child, the judge said that 2 men were depriving the young girl of her right to know who her biological father was. So it looks like the judge's gonna make both of them Brazilian identical twins, both ordered to pay maintenance. Wow. Okay.
Wait, because the twins were the dads?
Well, one of them was, and the men refused to say which one of them had fathered the child, assuming that they would be able to escape having to pay. A DNA test proved inconclusive because they're identical twin status.
Right.
The judge says that the 2 men were taking away from the young girl the right to know who her biological father was. Each would have to pay $60 or 45 euros a month, or 30% of the minimum salary in Brazil as maintenance. This means that the girl would get twice as much as other children for the same economic background in Brazil.
That's humiliating. Why not just say who it was? If you're not saying, that means that both twins.
Yeah. It says one of them is acting in bad faith and the other in order to hide the fact that he is the father. Such vile behavior cannot be tolerated by the law. That's crazy. That's really
insane.
ride for your brother. That's ride or die for your brother.
Yeah, but does that mean that both of them had sex with this person?
Not necessarily. It just means that, like, they might have had sex with the person, not as somebody that they wanted to have a kid with. And they like, yo, they don't know which one of us did it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was on like some same night type shit.
Or like one of them was married to someone else and the
that.
brother was covering, like, if I don't say anything, it could have been
It could
me.
be that. That'd be crazy.
Like to cover up a
Because it
scandal.
said that it hadn't released the twins' name for legal reasons, and so that could be a reason that protecting the wife or the partner.
That's
That'd be
crazy that double child support in this case is $120. I didn't even know child support got as low as $60 a month. Like, that's not what.
A third of them, they say they're monthly too. So it's just, maybe that's all they getting paid over there.
Right, but can anybody live off, any kid live off $60 a month? That's insane. Like, that's 2 days if you stretch it. Getting double child support and it's not a lot. Like, that's just a humiliating situation.
I don't know what the median is over there for. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It might be.
I wonder if they're doing the classic twin thing where they're like, you don't know which one you had sex with. Was it me? Was it him? Because the mom is the most humiliated person in this. Because it's just like, bruh, just tell them. And they're like, nope, could have been me. Could have been me.
It was a crazy night. That was crazy as hell, man.
What if it was both of them?
It could, yeah, that.
Double child.
Even though, like, you wouldn't be able to tell because it's just one. Like, it's inconclusive every time they test it. Man found a storage unit. Oh, was he alive? Money. Shit.
It's very different stories.
Hey, listen, very different story.
Very different stories.
Okay. In 2018, a man bought a storage unit for $500 for Storage Wars. Auctioneer Dan Dotson. He discovered that a safe inside and it contained $7.5 million in cash. When the original owners of the unit found it, they initially offered him $600,000 to return the rest of the loot, but eventually settled on giving him $1.2 million.
That's crazy to be like, oh, damn, I accidentally gave you $8 million. I'll give you $600,000 for that $8 million. Like, what?
Listen, man. The only way people would know that I found that money is if the cameras was rolling when I opened that goddamn safe.
Right.
If I would have opened that safe on my own and $70.5 million is staring me at the face, my new name is Julio Rodriguez.
Do you think that there would be any worry about, like, is this mafia? Is this like from a criminal enterprise or something?
Looking at the way it is right now, nah. If it was in bags and shit like that.
It's in a duffel bag.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like the plastic bags and shit like sealed like that, maybe. Also, I would look at the money. If the money is like 1s and 5s and 10s and shit like that, might be drug money. But like that looks like it's
from
like hundreds of stuff. Yeah, so I would buy Cuba. I'd give them all the money that the U.S. promised, and then I would just live there harmoniously. Harmoniously? It always sounds like it's a H-U-R when I say harmoniously.
You could have just picked a different word.
I was already
Like, you
committed.
struggled
I
through
struggled
it.
through it, but I had already said her. And so with 3 or 4 of those already, I got to
You
see
could
it
have
through
said
my
living
book.
comfortably.
I mean, that's what I'm circling back for. That's what I'm circling back. I would live there comfortably, underground.
That's
Damn.
nuts. Would you ever buy a storage unit
yeah.
just as a gamble?
If I had the funds to do it, and I could, like, you know, I could.
$500.
$500 ain't bad.
I feel like so many people have junk. I don't know if I would risk
Absolutely,
it.
they got junk. But I
Now
mean,
you're
shit.
responsible for all. You paid money to be responsible for somebody's junk, and I would assume that if they let it get confiscated, they didn't care about that stuff in there anyways.
Well, sometimes people
The risk
forget.
is way too high.
Sometimes people forget. Sometimes people get locked up. Sometimes people die. Sometimes people move.
Yeah.
It's a lot of reasons somebody might have left it there. Or like, you don't realize that this is a prime example. You don't realize that your auto pay has turned off because maybe you switched banks or something like that. You
Yeah.
still think you got this shit. This is good.
Right.
This shit is now being sold on a show because you ain't paid this shit in 6 months. So now they giving it to somebody
I
else.
paid a lot of fines because I thought shit was on auto pay.
There it is, man. That's like them motherfuckers and they found out. Whoa, what? Man, shit.
My car registration is 2022. Year 2022.
The current car right now? Bro, what are you doing, man?
I had to get a smog check. I realized that I thought that all of that was automatic. So I'm riding dirty.
When did you find out?
Last summer.
And you still haven't paid this?
The smog check was the whole thing. I went a million times. They kept saying different things, and I finally got it checked this year. But I still gotta do that whole registration thing.
Oh, you a wild boy.
Hopefully, it's by the time this airs, it'll be all done. No, it is. It's very crazy. And I found out because I couldn't. This is how reckless I was. I found out because I couldn't buy a gun. They needed paperwork for me to buy like a new gun, and then I was like, "Oh, okay, let me get this situated." And they're like, "You haven't had registration for a couple years."
Hey,
I was
do you at least have a real ID? Are you able to travel?
I have to get my real ID. That's new. That's new. That's a new thing. I got a passport.
Okay. Yeah. The real ID isn't new though.
I mean,
They've been warning us for 2 years.
but it went into effect this month.
Yeah, it went into effect like this past Friday. But they've been telling us for 2 years.
I'm about to go to Vancouver. It's good to know. I should get on top of that. But what you mean real ID? My ID ain't real right now.
Nah, it's like when they started using the watermarks on the
Yeah.
money.
Isn't
So,
it portrait now? Like you hold it up this way?
I don't know. I thought the telltale sign, because I'm pretty sure I have a real ID, but
It's a little like star.
yeah, it's
or
like
the
by the bear, right?
yeah.
Inside of the bear,
Mm-hmm.
like that. That's what I think.
Oh, it kind of looked the same.
Yeah.
I thought we was getting portrait.
Yeah. Let me see, man. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Some
yeah.
places they do portrait when it's like your temporary ID.
Yeah.
You
Well,
have
also-
one? You have a real ID?
I do.
Okay.
Everybody's on top of it, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody got car registration and IDs.
We
huh?
saw it for 2 years. We saw it for 2 years. They was telling you in the airport, hey, don't forget. Anytime you go to the airport, don't forget, real IDs go into effect this date. And
Yes.
you've been traveling for at least 3 years.
Yeah.
At least 2 years when we tripping.
I mean, they remind me every time. Every time.
You a wild boy.
Y'all just got up to date registration and identification, huh? Guess I should join that boat.
When it comes to that money being washed, Jeff, you got to wash that money you might want to wash it because you don't know if it's crime money or not, or if it's stolen money. That could have been sitting in there until they hope somebody forgot about that shit, and then yeah, because if it's like from a bank, then the serial numbers are definitely recorded. You try to go out and just start spending that money, you definitely gonna run into that right there. But I mean, shit, if you find somebody to just take that shit off your hands and just put it all into
Art. Put it all into a painting or something.
I was gonna say, what's the shit that the stock that you not the stock, but that one money,
Bitcoin.
yeah. Find somebody to do that
You
shit.
said
for
that
you.
one money.
because it's supposed to be the currency of the world.
Yeah.
It all holds the same amount, but Yeah, that's it. That one money.
What's that one money?
All right, we got time for one more. Who wants to be a millionaire cheater?
Ooh.
Oh, I think I remember this one. This is the guy.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, so in 2001, Army Major Charles Ingram cheated his way to 1 million euros on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire by having a fellow contestant cough every time he read the correct answer. For one question, the coughing came from Ingram's wife. All three were convicted of fraud.
Damn.
He was also convicted of insurance fraud in 2003 and resigned from the Army as a result. He had made an insurance claim following an alleged burglary, but failed to disclose the prior claim. In 2010, Charles made headlines again after losing 3 toes in a freak lawnmower. And bro, sit the fuck down.
What?
Charles continued to make TV appearances, taking part in The Weakest Link and Wife Swap. He has also written 2 novels, The Network and Deep Siege. Wow. Damn. Just a career
That nigga lost
scammer.
3 toes in a lawnmower accident. That's the craziest part of the story.
What if we did it on purpose to try to like sue, but like they were like, we could tell you did this on purpose. He's like, fuck, I just lost those toes for nothing.
This is not a good scam. It's so easily. I can't even believe he got through the show, let alone
With the coffee?
Yeah, literally. So is it? Is the answer C? Yeah, I'm gonna go with C. That sounds so. And they tried to be slick by having 3 different people cough. What? This was not a good plan.
Man.
I'm surprised the host wasn't like, all right, well, we're 3 questions in. Clearly somebody's coughing every time you read the right answer.
Right. And they were like, were they smart or they just Googling the shit real quick and getting the answers?
It seems like they were Googling.
I would hope so, because if they were just smart, like, why the fuck wouldn't you just go on the show?
Google was around in 2001.
Yeah, but on like phones, like how are they doing it?
Maybe they're just smart. Maybe
If they were smart, they would have had a way better plan than the coughing. Ain't no earpiece.
Google. Come on. Google came out in 1998.
Well, no, I mean this being able to access it from
Right.
phones.
And this was 2001? I graduated in 2002, and
Like they're on their sidekicks, like
yeah. I was just to say, maybe Palm Pilots. Maybe they were doing it on the Palm Pilots, sidekicks.
Yeah,
Blackberries
how
were
the fuck
out,
were they doing
side
that?
scrolls were out, but the internet was slow as fuck, though. Damn.
I mean, now this is a little bit more impressive. But it's still a really bad plan.
They had flashcards. They asked a question, going through the course like, what if it wasn't even like an unassuming cough? What if it wasn't like
Obvious.
It was like
C. That one.
such a British.
It's like, damn, that cough was so long. He read 2 answers. Which one was it? and don't let you not hear it. You got to wait for another cough. Like, can you read those again?
I'm sorry, I was distracted by the cough. Could you read the answers again? I don't know which one to take a cough for. That's crazy.
I wonder how much of did he have to give it back?
Oh, I'm sure.
Is that how fraud works?
I'm sure that he probably had to get it back and got hit with a fine and might have served some jail time for it as well.
Yeah, three of them.
It's very possible. Damn.
Him and his wife.
And the homie.
All
There was
for $1
3.
million.
Yeah.
I wonder how much of that, if you win regular, how much of that do they actually give them? Isn't it text?
I would imagine everything is. Unless
hear
they
game
give him
shows are
more
weird
and
with
then he can walk away with $1 million. But I'm pretty sure it's, $1 million before taxes. They usually say it on the show too.
I really like the clip of that dude who made it all the way to the end.
He called his dad.
Called his dad just to be like,
to flex.
I don't need you. I just want to let you know
I'm a millionaire now.
It's like, nigga, you could have done that after the show, but that was so
hey,
fly.
man, that was good TV
That was
right
fly
there.
as fuck.
That was good TV. That was a flex right there, man.
Imagine he said that and then got it wrong.
Well, he knew it before.
But I'm saying he thought he knew it.
Yeah.
But imagine he was just like, I just wanted to let you know
Oh, man.
I'm winning the $1 million. And
show
the
gotta be
answer
over.
is C.
Yeah,
And they're
I
like,
gotta
that's
kill.
not
I gotta
right.
kill everybody there. The show has to be over. It can't be another episode after this. I can't live with this type of embarrassment. I gotta kill everybody here.
He'd just be like, all right, Dad. I'll
Yeah.
talk to you later.
I'm gonna be the monkey from what was that? Nope.
Oh, the monkey.
Get everybody on that show.
It's a brutal
That
scene.
movie, that movie was crazy as hell.
That was a brutal scene.
I love Milk though. I love that movie. Well, we got one more story. Nope. Kidding. We are out of this thing, man. We appreciate y'all, man. You got anything coming up you want to let the people know about?
I'm about to be in Vancouver. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be in Texas.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be there.
All right. And
Know what I
you can catch me in New York really quickly. I'm going to be pulling up there as well. And look out for me potentially in London if I can get some more dates. Got to make
hell
sense. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, up to hear more.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
And we'll see you on the next episode of Damn Internet, You're Scary. Peace, guys.
Later. Bye, Scary Squad.